Yes, 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 yes.
But still I'll be here.
Shall we start? Yes, it's working, right?
It's the other way around.
Yes. Okay, good afternoon. So in this session we are going to see the tutorial on the topic digital rights management. So we can view this digital rights management in two aspects. One is we are going to use some softwares predominantly whose responsibility is to protect the content which we are interested in protecting. So in that case, the facilities provided by the DRM softwares, we have to check before selecting any DRM provider. We have to check whether it adheres to our requirement. Sometimes we might be interested in just restricting our content from the usage of any third parties. In that case, a mere encryption is, simple encryption technique is sufficient to protect our content. In that, for our simple requirement, if we rely on any DRM software, then we will be charged some higher bill. So instead, if our requirement has multiple things like we should restrict the print process, we should restrict the screenshot process, we should restrict the number of downloads, we should restrict edit. So if we have a very lengthy requirement list, then for satisfying these all the requirements, then we have to choose a matching DRM software provider. Again, it also depends on what is the type of content we are interested in protecting. Okay. So in this session, we are going to see mere simple ways of protecting our own digital content, be it a Word document or a spreadsheet or a Excel, or a PPT or any PDF document. Also, we are going to look into some use cases where they are providing DRM as a service, and then we can see the functionality of all those use cases. So first, let us see with how can we provide facilities related to DRM using watermarking technique. So what is watermarking basically? Any idea? We will be embedding some content, right? So whether it provides you any kind of access control? No. See, if any document is embedded with the watermark, and if that document is with any other person, with that watermarking technique alone, we are not protecting its access. Instead, what we are doing? We cannot restrict its access, we cannot restrict its sharing, we cannot restrict its printing behavior. Instead, what watermarking implies? It shows our ownership. It shows our ownership. So in that way, if our requirement is only a mere proving of our ownership, then we can go for watermarking techniques. And again, if we look into this MS Office provides a cloud-based DRM solution called Microsoft 365. So if we purchase that Microsoft 365, then all our MS Office software products like your Excel sheet, your PPT, everything can be provided, can be protected not only by mere watermarking, also with sophisticated techniques. If we are not interested in that going for cloud-based Microsoft 365 solution, then we can use basic amenities provided with this MS Office products. So if we look into this Word document, we can watermark Word document, right? So by using this design tab, We can go, and if there are some predefined watermarking options like don't copy, draft, confidential. So if we want, we can go for that, or we can go for even custom watermarking. We can change the font, color, format. We can change the settings of where we have to place the watermark, whether it is diagonal or horizontal, what is the font size, everything we can do. Apart from adding the text to our Word document, we can also go for adding pictures to our Word document. Whether this facility is restricted only in Word, shall we watermark a PPT? How? Any idea? Shall we watermark a PPT? How? See, there is an option called as Slide Master. So we should go for that Slide Master option, and we can add a text, the watermarking text we are interested in, and we can change the location. And then once we exit from the Slide Master, automatically whatever the number of slides we are adding thereafter, for all the slides that watermark will be applicable. The only one restriction here is we cannot watermark the first title slide. We can watermark only from the subsequent slides. If you are interested still in watermarking the title slide, then what you can do? You can make this first slide as a title slide, and the default title slide we can delete. That is actually in what way we can watermark the PPT document. Can we watermark a spreadsheet? Can we watermark a spreadsheet? Yes, we can do by using this header and footer options. Okay. So, can we watermark a PDF document? Yes. In what way? Adobe. See, different PDF providers are providing their own features for watermarking the PDF document. If you have any PDF document, and if you just open it in your file explorer, and if you right click it, there are some DRM facilities available like restrict access. So if you are opening the PDF file in a multi-user computer, then you can restrict access to the users. Even though the file is available in your D drive, or even though if your file is available in some other common drive where multiple users can access your PDF document, still you can able to restrict the access by utilizing this DRM facility. Again, the PDF providers are varying the DRM features. It may be depending on the providers. Okay. So in this way, the watermarking will be helpful for us to prove our ownership. Instead, it is not restricting the sharing behavior or access control in our document. Okay. So this is about the watermarking. And the second thing is actually, come down. So the different steps involved in watermarking, those documents are, those steps are given in the document shared with you. So you please go through it. And the second one is another feature of our DRM is actually the main feature. How we are going to restrict or manage the access rights when my digital content is shared in the public medium. So in order to manage your access rights whenever your digital content is being shared in the public medium, again similar to our the early thing, either you can rely on DRM, or you can whichever the way you can protect it, you can go for protection. So Word offers a simple way of or all your MS Office package offers a simple way of access control protection mechanism. Any idea? All your MS Office packages are by default has some simple way of managing the access rights of the products whatever we are developing. So if you take the Word and if you click on the info of any Word document, shall we do it parallelly? Yes. Open a Word document. Any Word document or even a blank Word document. This is a PDF. Okay. So after opening a Word document, if you click on that info option, you are having I think called as protect document. See, if you are having access to that cloud-based solution Microsoft 365, then we will be provided with sophisticated features of protecting our Word document. But still, even if we are not having access to MS 365, still we can use some basic features. So by using this protect document, we can able to encrypt our document with the password. So in this way, we are restricting the access to our Word document. Whomsoever knows my password, they can alone open my file. Anything else we can do with this apart from encryption? This encrypt with password, this will help you to manage the access control. This is, you are restricting who can open your document. Even if your document is with someone else, unless or otherwise you are not revealing your password, they cannot able to open it. What about that's always open read only? Yes, but this is again, this is actually, even if we make the document as always open read only, this document is stored with the metadata that the status is actually final. And then here henceforth, whenever we are opening the document, if we are trying to edit the document, editing is allowed now because we are not having this 365 feature, but it is actually with some highlighted thing that we have edited the document once it's made final. And then if you look into the third option, restrict editing, and it is not actually enabled for us. The fourth option, restrict access, where you can able to use this feature for restricting the access of your document whenever you are opening or having the document in a multi-user environment. Okay, so if you click this restrict access, this is again the IRM service. We need that 365. Then you can go for add a digital signature. This add mark as final will be equivalent to our the first option, always open read only. Again, this is not only just for Word. The same thing applies to your Excel as well as your PPT. You can restrict the access of all your MS Office package, the softwares, by following the same protect document option. These are some limited free services provided by MS Office. Whenever we are creating a digital content using MS Office, if we are interested in, we can go for these free services. If you want sophisticated features, then only one go is you have to go and buy the DRM provider of MS Office, which is MS 365. Okay. Let me come here. So apart from this, if we look into the features of the DRM software, some may be providing you this subscription and license based thing. Say for example, if you are having Netflix account and could you share your Netflix username and password with all of the persons in this room? No. In what way it is restricting the access? You can have, depending on the thing, you can have only that many number of devices, right? So what is the control here?
Restricting the number of users.
Restricting the number of users. So similarly, could you list few more restriction options? Geographic location based restriction. What about the Wi-Fi access? It is restricted based on, one more thing is actually range. Another thing is the location based also we can have. Any other restriction? age. Yes, child lock. Anything else? Can we restrict the number of downloads? Yes, right? You can restrict the number of downloads. Anything else? Devices, the number of devices in which we can operate the content. We can restrict taking screenshots, right? Whenever we are doing the banking transaction, even in our any mobile applications like Yono or something, if we want to send the proof of the transaction, we cannot able to share the screenshot, right? So session restriction. Yes. Anything else? Something should not be printed, right? If we print some digital content, then we cannot control because it can be xeroxed and it can be distributed multiple copies. So if you feel printing will disturb your access control policy, then even you can restrict the print access also for some materials. Anything else? Depending upon our, what we can say, depending upon our profile also we can restrict, right? Depending on our profile, personal profile, we can able to restrict the access. Any example for that? Whenever we are dealing with the institution based ERP, how the access is restricted? We cannot do. And again, say for example, if it is an attendance record, if it is from student ID, they can able to have access of view, read only. But if it is of something else, faculty or something HOD, they can even add, modify. In that way, we can restrict the access rights. Okay. As part of this MS Office package, we have only very simple features. You can restrict the copy access, you can restrict edit access. Only two restrictions you can do, copying as well as editing. For rest, again, you have to rely on some other IRM solutions. Okay. So we have listed many restrictions. Out of all those restrictions, your basic MS Office provides only two restrictions, which is copy and edit. For rest of the things, we have to rely on some other thing. Can we have restriction on our audio and video files? Yes, could you tell any one real example where it is restricting the access of any audio or video files?
Like, I think on Instagram we cannot download the links.
Yes,
We can only
view. It is publicly allowed or by using some. You can save, right? Yes, yes. We can restrict the access to only once. Yes, yes. But yes, even if we record the videos, the host can restrict the access to the video and muting. Yes. So in again, what kind of access we are restricting depends on our own requirement, depending on our purpose. Accordingly, we have to choose the DRM facility. Okay. So let us move on to the next thing. So for PDF DRM, actually there exists lot of solutions available for protecting your PDF document. The basic and easy one is Lock Lizard. So whenever you have time, you please look into this Lock Lizard. And ebook DRM, I think we all have experienced the restrictions made by Amazon Kindle, right? We cannot copy, we cannot open in any other thing, we cannot print, we cannot screenshot. So this is actually a very good ebook DRM. And we will be seeing this video DRM in the last 10 to 15 minutes. So this tracking and monitoring, I guess madam have explained in the morning. So now we will move on to two important things. Adding digital signature for protecting our digital rights, and another one is blockchain based DRM solution. So for adding a digital signature, again even you can add your digital signature to your Word document. You can check that also. There is actually a default CA is available. If you want to change, I think you cannot, as a basic feature, we cannot change. We have to adhere to the CA available by default with our MS Office package. But if we have our MS 365, we can even change your CA and you can change the DS algorithm, and accordingly you can protect your document. And another, by means of protecting the document with digital signature, I guess you can, you know how it protects the document, right? Protects our ownership, time, all those things it will do. And the next one is blockchain based DRM. It is actually coming into a huge thing. So by providing blockchain based solution, what we can do is we can have our restrictions, our access restrictions written in the form of smart contracts. And smart contract is like a digital agreement again. So where we will be coding our digital agreements in the form of required condition or in the form of if-else rules. So if something happens, then it will be, say for example, if username is this, then you will be providing this access right. If age is less than 18, don't give the access right. If the number of download reaches 3, don't permit to download. Likewise, you will be writing lot of required classes and if-then statements in your smart contract. And if the smart contract is agreed upon by all, that is, it should have, the customer, whoever is buying the DRM, has to agree with that, and then the rules encoded in the smart contract will be come to enforcement. So thereafter, no one is there to check the number of downloads. It will be automatically doing it in the background. Whatever the access you are doing, your access will be restricted based on the rules encoded in the smart contract. Again, it is a decentralized one. We know that there exists no sole owner for the smart contract. So once it is built, we cannot claim, we cannot call the customer care, and we cannot tell that I have downloaded only 2 times. For a third download, it is not refusing. We cannot do that because everything is automatically enforced by your smart contract. Because it is not a centralized solution, it is actually a decentralized one. So the digital signature based DRM and blockchain based DRM will provide you sophisticated options for protecting your digital contents in terms of restricting the access control. Okay. And yes. You can even search the CryptoKitties website. It is actually a blockchain based gaming application where there exists a token you have to purchase. Okay. So if we are the owner of that particular token, you will be given a kitty. You will be given a virtual cat. That is actually the game. If you have 2 such cats, you can breed them and you can create a third virtual cat. Okay. And again, you will become the owner of the cat. Okay. So how they have coded that CryptoKitty in blockchain based is actually, we can transfer our ownership provided if they are giving. If the buyer is giving you that amount of token, you can transfer the ownership of the kitties. But the ownership of the kitties and these transactions, the associated transactions will be stored in the distributed ledger maintained by all, which is actually in a decentralized way. So in this way what we can do is, actually the game is like how many inbreeding you are producing and how many kitties you are having, and what is the kitty you are having which many people are liking, in that way. So here what we are doing is we are restricting the access until we are holding the token, we are holding the ownership of the token, the kitty is restricted to us. If we are sharing or if we are transacting the token, the ownership will also get transferred. So in order to have that kind of ownership transfer, for protecting the rights associated with the kitty, you can go for blockchain based DRM, not our conventional DRM which supports encryption or access control. And see, you can also check with Digimark. Digimark is actually a very famous DRM provider, and predominantly they are providing watermarking. Since it is not like a static watermarking what we will embed in our document like confidential or don't copy or draft or preprint. It's not like such messages. Instead, it will help you to have dynamic watermarking in your digital content. So with the help of that dynamic watermarking, you can able to tell who you are and from where you are accessing, what is the time in which you have accessed, whoever the user access the digital content, you can create the digital content by tracing their own details. So at later point of time, no one can deny that I haven't accessed the document. We can easily prove them that you are so and so, you have accessed the digital content from this place, from this location and at this particular point of time. So if we want such kind of dynamic watermarking solutions, you can go for Digimark. Apart from this dynamic watermarking, Digimark also provides some innovative DRM solutions which are industry based. Say for example, in order to protect that software, they definitely rely some DRM provider for protecting their software. So in such case, they have to rely on Digimark kind of places. And